I am Dr. R. Ramanarayan, consultant functional neurosurgeon based in Chennai, but I operate in many cities inside and outside India. Functional neurosurgery is surgery for various functional disorders of the brain, spinal cord and the peripheral nerves. That is, there are some conditions where the structure of the brain and the spinal cord may be normal, but the function may be affected. There are various surgeries which are done for that, and today I will be talking on what is called deep brain stimulation. As the name implies, deep brain stimulation involves stimulating various structures of the brain which are at a depth from the surface of the brain, surface of the head. That is why these surgeries are called deep brain stimulation. There are many indications for deep brain stimulation. The commonest indication and the oldest and the commonest indication is Parkinson's disease. I'm sure all of you heard or even seen patients with Parkinson's disease. Parkinson's disease is a really crippling disorder where people lose their ability to walk freely or have many movements are affected freely, including their ability to sleep and all that. It affects many systems, so that the patients are really crippled. So Parkinson's disease can be treated with medications in the initial stages, but unfortunately in most patients either the medicines start losing their efficacy or the drugs start producing side effects like dyskinesias, hallucinations, things like that. So in such a scenario, we can offer surgery to the patient. The surgery, as I said earlier, is called deep brain stimulation. Deep brain stimulation, as I said earlier, involves putting electrodes into the brain and stimulating various parts of the brain for various conditions. For example, for Parkinson's disease, we use an area of the brain called the subthalamic nucleus. For a condition called OCD, that is obsessive compulsive disease, we use an area of the brain called the nucleus accumbens. Again, we can do the same surgery for addiction, where the area is again the nucleus accumbens. For depression, depression is a very common problem, especially in the Western countries. Depression is a very big problem. For depression, you stimulate the area which is called as a subungual cingulate. So like that, various areas of the brain are stimulated for various conditions. Now actually they are trying to stimulate the hypothalamus for some indications, for schizophrenia and all that. Amygdala is being stimulated for autism. So more and more areas are being stimulated for various conditions which till now have been thought of being untreatable. So deep brain stimulation surgeries have actually changed the management pattern of many diseases which till now were thought to be really untreatable, or patients were left to their fate. Deep brain stimulation surgeries are very simple surgeries. The surgeries are done most of the time under local anesthesia. And in my practice, patients are in the hospital only for 48 hours, less than 48 hours. That is, they get admitted today, get operated tomorrow and go out of the hospital by the day after tomorrow. The only exception being in patients with diabetes, where I keep them for more time for the control of diabetes, not for the disease, but control of the diabetes. The surgeries, as I said earlier, is under local anesthesia and through very small burr holes. In fact, the burr holes are of only the little finger size. It's not big. There's no big cuts, no big this thing. Because one of the commonest things patients when they come to me is their fear of big cuts and cutting the skull and all that. Here, nothing of that sort happens. So the electrodes are put to very small what you call pinhole burr holes. It's all a pinhole surgery, not even keyhole. It's a pinhole surgery. Very small incisions, very small hole in the skull, and the electrodes are all very small, almost about a millimeter size electrodes, and these are inserted into the various parts of the brain for various conditions, as I said earlier. And then these electrodes are connected through wires under the skin to batteries which is placed usually on the left side of the chest. Why the left side is because by convention, we are all right-handers, and it's easy for the patient to control the parameters of the battery using a mouse which we give so that the patient can control the current. So that is why it's usually put on the left side. These surgeries are very effective, and most important thing is, it's not, for example, again we'll come back to an example of Parkinson, because as I said earlier, this is a common surgery done. This surgery is not for everybody. Some patients do not do well with surgery. The classical examples being the former His Holiness Pope John Paul, I think Pope John Paul. Then of course our very well-known boxer Muhammad Ali. So people like that, who were really struggling with Parkinson, they did not get operated because they were not good candidate for surgery. So basically what we do is we have a team of doctors, many specialties, who assess the patient and then decide whether this particular patient will benefit from surgery or not. Then only if the assessments are all very good, and the results are very good, very highly positive, then only we offer the surgery to the patients. We don't offer this for everybody. And almost all the symptoms of the Parkinson disease get controlled with this thing. For example, tremor goes away 100%. The ability to walk fast or walk normally comes back. Most of the patients regain most of the activities. The stiffness, which is another hallmark of Parkinson disease, goes back. So like that, most of the symptoms are taken care of. We can always adjust the current from outside, adjust the parameters from outside for the patient, so that the patients will have a long good quality of life. The same deep brain stimulation, as I said earlier, is done for many other indications, like many psychiatric disorders like OCD, depression, for addiction. Nowadays we are doing it for pain, especially what is a condition called central post-stroke pain, where you get pain on one side of the body due to a stroke on the opposite side. We do the same surgeries for deep brain stimulation for nowadays being done for failed bariatric surgeries. It is being done for other indications like epilepsy, intractable epilepsy. That is, epilepsy, in spite of all measures, there is no control and you cannot localize it to one area of the brain. So many indications. In fact, now recently people have started doing it for autism. Even 1 or 2 cases have been done in our country, where after the surgery the patients have improved very well. So the indications for deep brain stimulation are increasing, and more research is being done on this.